Hello, my name's Barefoot Jeff and welcome to my channel. And if you've seen some of my videos before, welcome back. Be sure to subscribe, hit the button down below, and there's a little bell right next to that. If you hit that, that will notify you when the new videos come out. And if you do like the video, hit the like button and be sure to share. That's how we'll grow the channel. So let's get started. All right, for my next adventure, I want to talk about one of my favorite islands in a country that people don't realize how big it is.
Welcome to Bali! Woo!
Bali, which is in Indonesia. Indonesia actually has over close to 300 million people, so it's the fourth largest country population-wise in the world. It has over 17,000 islands and about 300 different languages throughout the country. And Bali being most popular for tourists, there's many other ones which I will be visiting this winter. But for today, we're just going to talk about Bali and my first trip there, and a little bit about my first trip and about my last trip. I spent over a month there. Bali, there's the main international airport, Denpasar, that you fly into. When you fly in there, there's a couple things you need to do is exchange money. And by the way, everybody's a millionaire in Bali. The reason is that the dollar is equivalent to close to 15,000 rupiah. Be sure to exchange your money, and then because a lot of places don't take credit cards. And then also, it's a great place to pick up a local SIM card if you want to have internet while you're riding around, and for GPS and different things. So you can get both those at the airport. They do have money exchange places throughout the island, but a lot of times when you take a taxi and different things, you'll need some walking around money. One of my first trips to Bali, I was at the airport at baggage. It was one of the few times I ever checked my bags. I don't think I've done it since then, and didn't do it many times before that. Usually just a carry on. Anyway, I ran into a guy that was from the United States, a guy named Tim, and he actually lived in Bali, in Ubud, which is kind of in the middle of the island. And I heard of it, I heard that I should go visit it, but my plans were to go to the beach at Kuta. Stayed the night in Kuta one night, and then I usually only book one night, and then I check the area out and see if there's another place that I'd want to stay. And luckily I did that this time too. So Kuta was, the best way to describe it, it's kind of like spring break in Cancun, Mexico, if any of y'all are familiar with that. Just a bunch of parties. I didn't really jive with me, so I decided to contact my new friend Tim, and he has a Villa Mantra up in Ubud, and I decided to come up there and rent a room from him, stay up there, and it was the best choice. When I got to the villa, it had an incredible pool, had a nice open air kitchen. Tim's got a couple rules. Most of Ubud is vegan, and it's not a place to go party. It doesn't allow alcohol in the house, which I was fine with that. They're very much into yoga and meditation. You know, it's basically the city's in the middle of a bunch of rice fields. So I had a great time there, developed a good friendship, and it was a good choice. So while I was staying in Ubud, I ran into somebody. I noticed there was a lot of single women that were probably in their 30s or so, and I ran into somebody that was actually from Spain, and she was saying because the book Eat, Pray, Love, the part of the love took place in Ubud, and then they came out with a movie. So that kind of made sense. That's why Ubud got so popular years ago. A few things that I did there is went to the monkey forest, which is an incredible thing to do. There's, I think, a couple hundred families of monkeys, and they basically have a certain amount of acreage with a bunch of beautiful creeks. It's well worth it if you're go to Bali is to visit that. They can be a little aggressive in the way that you better, if you have bananas, they know they're in the pocket. They can sense that, smell that out, and then also they'll steal things from you. While I was there, they took a guy's wallet and went up a tree, and I was wondering how they were going to get it back, and some of the, I guess, employees there that shot a banana up by a slingshot, and I guess the monkey had a choice between banana or wallet. Don't think the wallet was gonna come in handy. So the wallet came down and the monkey got the banana. So some other things that I did while I was there is that I drove up north to a really beautiful, beautiful lake up there, and they had a temple up there I visited too. There was a nice little tour guide girl that you could actually go see the temple on your own, but kind of help the economy. She kind of showed me around, and I'm glad I did that. Had lunch up there and then came on back through some beautiful, beautiful rice fields. It was a great, great little day trip. Well, also while I was in Ubud, visiting my friend Tim and staying at the villa there, we did a one-day trip where we went out to some. It was kind of a ceremonial thing where people bathe in it, and it's a ritual. I was wearing some traditional Polynesian wear there. Went into some temples and did some prayers and meditation. It was a neat experience, so I really enjoyed doing that. Oh, another thing I did while I was in Ubud, basically they were some men and women building a wall, and the wall was used for during along the rice fields along one of the rivers, kind of a retaining wall. So I noticed I was taking that path to one of these this really cool little restaurant for breakfast, and I noticed that the men were the ones actually building the wall. The women were carrying these rocks on their head, and they literally had them sitting up there. It weighed well over 100 pounds. And the reason I know that is I've taken many logs out of a backyard, from to the front yard up hills that weighed well over 100 pounds, and it was as heavy, if not heavier, that no telling how much. So anyway, they were taking these from the main road down these little paths on their head, and I decided to jump in there and help them. So I couldn't put it on my head. I had to actually put it on my shoulder. But they got a really kind of a giggle and laugh out of it. Some older women that did that, and then the men there, they would dump at the bottom of the wall, and the men there got a kick out of me doing that too. I finally did ask them. I said, "How come the women?" One of the guys spoke English, good English, and I said, "Well, how come the women are carrying the heavy stuff and y'all are building the wall?" The answer was they didn't know how to build the wall. I got it. Don't think that would fly in the United States, but anyway, I had a great experience that day. The first time I ever did is a girl that was all talked about doing a juice fast for 7 days. Tim actually did a water fast, which was incredible. He just did water and I think maybe some coconut water, and he did that for about 7 days. Or he went with no water actually at first for I think almost 4, 5, 6, 7 days. I was actually concerned about him, and then he went with just water slowly and then food. I did the no juice fast for 7 days, which was enough. We went to a place called Uluwatu. Unbelievable place to go. Great surfing. There's a place called Single Fin. Sundays are the day that they're known for a big party that they have. People from all over Bali come in for it, even from some of the other islands. They have DJ, live music, overlooks the cliff. Uluwatu, it's known for surfing. It's incredible surfing that people from Australia and just all over the world come for just to surf. So Sundays are a big day. But anyway, so I had probably more than a couple drinks there, and the next morning, a little bit of a headache there for some reason. So anyway, I'm still on this juice fast, and so I couldn't have that comfort food. So my friend Randall, he was ordered a huge, delicious looking burger. I think it may have been a veggie burger, I'm not really sure, but either way, it was solid food and it looked awesome. So that was a tough day. I had to suffer through watching that while I was on my 6th day of juice fast. So anyway, he did start a juice fast. I think it was the next day. So it was a fun weekend. Had a great time. Met some great people. So during my 1 month or so I was in Bali, I did take, or maybe I was a little bit over a month, but I did take some side trips, some islands. I'll talk about that in my next video, some of the islands I went to. They're incredible, and some other places that I haven't gone that I do want to go to. But my friend Tom, who was in one of my previous videos that visited me while I was in Copenhagen, he's a good friend I've known for over 20 years and does a lot of traveling like I do, and we've kind of met at different times. Usually it's around Christmas, New Year's. He flew in. So he comes in the airport, we get scooter, get fueled up, and we do some riding around the island, went through some beautiful rice fields. We went up the coast, so we kind of head north out of Ubud and went north, I guess it would be east, and went along the coast all the way up towards the northern end of Bali. We stopped, we were driving by this one family and they were all waving. When I say family, it was uncles, aunts, cousins, brothers, sisters. It was huge. There was probably, I don't know, 50, 75 people there. And I think it was maybe a Sunday. They're having a big cookout and drinks and a little bit of music. Anyway, they wanted us to stop by, so we stopped and they invited us over, so for food and drinks. And that's one of the things that if you ever do some traveling in Southeast Asia, people are very hospitable. Don't just do the tourist stuff. I encourage you to get outside the tourist areas, get among the locals. They're very, very warm people in all the countries that I've traveled, from Bali, Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam. So I do encourage that. So anyway, we stopped there. We ended up spending a good portion of the day there. We had a great time, did a little dancing, had some great food, had some drink there. I did not drink that, had alcohol in it. My friend Tom, I think, had a sip of it, so wasn't sure exactly what it was. So anyway, it was a nice day. One of the places we rented had an incredible view, incredible pool. It was really cool to kind of jumped off that into, I think it was 15 feet high. In Seminyak, we spent some time at the beach club called Potato Head Beach Club. So it's great for sunsets. They have incredible food. They have a nice swim up bar. We met some people there and then went out with a couple of them at dinner, and I think it was right at Christmas time. It was a great night. It was actually, I think it was the four of us that we ended up finding a cell phone, and the guy, the cell phone that it was, called it, and he was so happy to have it. He ended up buying us a bottle of wine, so that was kind of a nice little gesture. But the two favorite beaches is Canggu, and the other one is Seminyak. And Canggu has Fin Beach Club, which is, don't get confused with Single Fin, and it's a beach club too. It's a lot of fun. Been to it. Either of those areas are great areas to be in. They're kind of the north of, I guess, northwest of the airport. So. Well, I hope you enjoyed my journey, my adventure through Bali. I've had some great memories there. I've been there multiple times. I will be back this winter and do some more vlogging about it. And be sure to look in the description of the Villa Mantra where my Tim stays. I'll have some links also. I'll be adding some links to it. He came out with a vegan cookbook from a lot of the restaurants there, as well as some soap made there naturally with some of the local ingredients from the locals. So I'll include links to both of those websites. And it's in the description down below. And also, if you're enjoying my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Also hit the like button, and be sure to share with any of your friends. And every Saturday we're going to come out with some new videos, and I may have some during the week, but they'll be more geared on how I grew the channel or tips on traveling, things like that. So look forward to seeing you all in the next video, and be barefoot on the next beach. All right, bye.